gotta pack up your tent and ride. Pack up your tent and ride. Good grub cooking on a fire tonight. Pack up your tent and
Video
ride.
of the final. Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, and I was an avid tent camper for over 55 years. For most of my life, I lived in the state of Alabama, and I have camped extensively throughout the state. And so I'm very familiar with most of the camping destinations in this state. So I decided to develop a series of videos describing what I believe to be the best family tent camping destinations throughout the state of Alabama. To make this presentation, I decided to divide the state into 3 regions: North, Central, and South. This video will focus on the best family tent camping destinations in the northern region of Alabama. I hope you enjoy it. For this video, I'm defining the northern region of Alabama as the area that is north of Birmingham. More specifically, it is north of I-20 that runs from Birmingham to Atlanta, and an imaginary line that runs from Birmingham westward to Columbus, Mississippi. In this northern region, there are 7 state parks with tent camping facilities, 3 campgrounds in the Bankhead National Forest on Smith Lake, 5 reasonably nice campgrounds managed by the local governments in Florence, Huntsville, Scottsboro, Coleman, Gadsden, and Leesburg, and 2 nice private campgrounds in Decatur and Guntersville that were initially developed and managed by the Tennessee Valley Authority. To rank these campgrounds in terms of their suitability for family tent camping vacations, I'll use 4 criteria. First, and most important, the campground must be a safe place for me and my family. In general, I look for campgrounds that have at least 30 campsites and good overnight security, such as campground hosts or rangers. Second, we look for campgrounds that offer a wide variety of fun things to do. During the hot summer months, we especially look for campgrounds that have either a lake or a pool to swim in. We always enjoy museums and historic sites, and although we cook most of our meals in the campsite, we always try to eat at a nice family-style restaurant at least once on a camping trip. Third, we look for campgrounds that have nice, large, level, shady campsites that are not too close to their neighbors. And finally, we prefer campgrounds with lots of amenities, such as water and electricity near our campsite, a nice cooking grate, a nice bathroom with hot showers and flush toilets, good phone reception, Wi-Fi, and a nearby store where we can buy ice, firewood, basic groceries, and other camping supplies. Now, you can find other lists of the best tent camping destinations in Alabama, but many of these lists include small, remote, and unsupervised campgrounds that I consider to be unsafe for family camping and have very few amenities. Now, let me briefly describe what I believe are the best family tent camping destinations in North Alabama. Of these 17 campgrounds, my favorite and arguably the best in this northern region is Monte Sano State Park, located on top of Monte Sano Mountain in Huntsville. The park has 85 developed campsites that are organized into 2 loops, plus a primitive area with 18 more campsites. The developed campsites are large, level, shady, and widely spaced, with water and electricity in the campsite and very clean bathrooms nearby. We've never stayed in the primitive area because we know that, like other primitive campgrounds, it can sometimes attract loud and obnoxious campers. But I do know that Many Boy Scout troops have also camped in the primitive area. Inside the park, you'll find many miles of hiking, mountain biking trails, many structures built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and a neat planetarium that offers free Saturday night programs. Just outside the park, you'll find a wide variety of museums, music venues, interesting shops, and restaurants. My second favorite family tent camping destination in the northern region is the Corinth Campground, located on the northern shore of Smith Lake in the Bankhead National Forest near Coleman. This is the National Forest campground that would be most convenient to people living in Florence, Huntsville, and other areas of North Alabama. The campground has 60 large, level, shady campsites that are widely dispersed, organized into 2 loops, and 1 tent-only spur. Most of these campsites have a long asphalt parking pad with a large tent pad at the rear. This is Site 45 in the Firefly Loop. Amenities include nice bathroom buildings with hot showers, water and electricity at the site, and cell phone reception. And I should add that the cost of these campsites is very low if you have a U.S. National Park or Federal Recreation Land Pass, as we do. Recreational opportunities include a swimming beach, fishing areas, and hiking trails, but the campground is located in a remote area, so there are very few shops, restaurants, and tourist attractions nearby. The third best family tent camping destination in the northern region is the Clear Creek Campground, located on the southern shore of Smith Lake in the Bankhead National Forest near Jasper, Alabama. This is the U.S. Forest Service campground that would be most convenient for people living in the Birmingham area and other parts of central Alabama. It has 102 large, level, shady, multi-purpose campsites with tent pads at the rear of the parking pad that are organized into 4 loops. The amenities are about the same as those listed for the Corinth Campground previously discussed. There's water, electricity, and a nice cooking grill in the campsite, and nice bathrooms with hot showers nearby. And if you have a federal pass, the cost of tent camping here is only about $25 a night. Recreational activities here include swimming, fishing, boating, there are boat rentals nearby, and hiking. But like the Corinth Campground, this is a fairly remote campground with relatively few restaurants or other tourist attractions nearby. We were fortunate enough to get a campsite right on the lakeshore, so Ava was able to walk down a short pathway and fish all day from the bank. The fourth best family tent camping destination in the northern region is Lake Guntersville State Park, located on the Tennessee River in Guntersville. Several years ago, I would have selected this as my number 1 family tent camping destination in the northern region. However, a tornado blew down most of the trees in the campground, and the campground was rebuilt as a RV park. The main campground in the park has 311 developed campsites, and most of these campsites are reserved for RVs. However, a few in Section C are reserved for tent camping families. In addition, families can set up their camp right on the shore of the Tennessee River in the overflow area, but the nearest bathroom is some distance away. In addition, the park also has 42 more semi-primitive campsites in the Town Creek Campground right on the Tennessee River. For recreation, the park has a nice beach, many nice fishing areas, hiking trails, a restaurant, golf course, and many naturalist programs, including eagle watching weekends. Just outside the park, you'll find many interesting museums, unique shops, and restaurants in Guntersville and Albertville. The fifth best family tent camping destination in North Alabama is hard to say, but I'll offer 6 possibilities for your consideration. Each of these campgrounds has reasonably good security and offer a lot of fun things to do, but their campsites and their amenities leave a lot to be desired. For example, McFarland Municipal Park in Florence has 60 campsites located right on the Tennessee River. 6 of these sites are tent sites located on the narrow strip of grass between the river and the first campground road. Inside the park, you'll be able to swim, fish, play frisbee golf, and do lots of other fun things. Just outside the park, you can visit the W.C. Handy Home and Museum and the American Indian Mound and Museum in Florence, several recording studios and Muscle Shoals, the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, and the Helen Keller Home and Museum in Tuscumbia. Similarly, the remaining 5 camping destinations on this list have reasonably good security and offer lots of fun things to do, but their campsites may not be as comfortable for family tent camping as the first 4 that I have described in this video. Joe Wheeler, KOA Decatur, and Jackson County Park are all located along the Tennessee River, while the remaining 2 are located in the mountains of East Alabama. Well, this concludes my presentation of the best family tent camping destinations in North Alabama. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll watch my next 2 videos, which will describe the best family tent camping destinations in Central Alabama and in South Alabama. For more information about great family tent camping destinations in the eastern United States, please visit my website, moderntentcamping.com. And while you're there, please visit my Amazon store page where you'll find links to some great camping products. Thanks for watching.